Tune in, turn up, the clock's ticking fast. Crypto secrets from the future and past. Magic got the spark, Dave's got the flow. Right in the blockchain, wherever it goes. The Crypto Magic Hour, feel the power. Counting coins as we print every hour. VV Magic, Dave's on the scene. Crypto dreams in a digital gleam. Oh yeah, the Crypto Magic Hour.
Oh, please tell me you're not frozen.
No, I'm not frozen. That was just for dramatic effect.
Why?
What's up?
Surprise, we're here.
We're right.
We're here.
Let's
We're
go.
such a mess.
What's up? I missed your face. I'm serious. This is great. Like, I couldn't let another week go by and us obviously like not be on stream. I've kind of, like this needs to be a regular thing. And I feel like if we miss like one week, then it's just like, oh shit, man. Like, what are we doing? But
How does your week continue on?
I know. I don't know, to be honest. I really don't know. It's really hard. It's very, very tough. I manage somehow, I have these earbuds in, but I don't have them connected at the moment, just FYI. So
You just have them for style?
yeah, like a chain and earbuds. Like, this is what works.
Okay. Look at you, trendsetter. What's up, Tammy?
Tammy, what up? First, tag, you're it. I like that. Okay. Where's everybody?
So how you been?
I'm good. What's up? What's news? Been busy. And yourself?
Good, busy, same. But I'm actually feeling great because I got to get away for a little bit and go camping, and I'm going camping again this week. So
amazing.
Getting all the summer activities in. Need to go to the beach next. That's my next on my list.
10.
Your beaches suck.
What do you mean? First of all, for the record, the beaches here are 50,000 times better than the beaches on the West Coast. That's number one. Because you can
in New York.
Yeah. What do you mean? Yes. What? You can actually go in the water and actually like swim in the ocean. When's the last time you went in the Pacific Ocean? I rest my case. Yeah, exactly. When you have to look up like this and be like, I'm not really sure. Yeah.
I was driving along the 101, coming back from camping, and along the ocean there, and I was like itching to go because it's just I have to wear a wetsuit because it's freezing.
Yeah. I mean, listen. What up, emoji? Listen, I'll give you scenic route. California, you got us beat. You know what I mean? Like driving, yes, but actually putting your ass on the beach, nah. Come on. Wait, I need to make sure that this is actually working. That I didn't fuck this up because I tried I cracked the code, guys.
It shows you streaming on Twitter.
It does?
Yeah.
Oh, let's go. Guys, ladies and gents, don't let anybody ever tell you again. All right? No, if you use StreamYard, you can't really get a Twitter link. You have to just share the YouTube. It's all bullshit. Fuck those people. A little know-how, a little ingenuity, a little MacGyver action. See? Look what we have.
Everyone's trying to get me to switch over to Restream.
No, please, no.
Why?
No, and no. Because on days where I don't sleep and there's bags under my eyes, you can't see them here on StreamYard because I can touch up, okay? Crypto is unforgiving, and Restream does not get that, and they do not understand that. So...
Was that the first thing you searched when
Yes! No, not the first thing I searched. I saw myself on Mukbang Mondays. Shout out to Jumpstart Janie. Like, I saw myself on Mukbang Mondays, and I was like, Janie, can we just switch back to StreamYard? And she was like, no. And I'm like, what? Why not? This is terrible. Like,
so have you not been on since then?
We have. Janie's been terribly busy or whatever. But
I'm sure it's not a vanity.
I did. I mean, on a count of vanity, yeah, I did about 3 episodes, and I was like, "That's it." 4 hours of sleep a night, and this literally looks like I literally
just realized my light isn't on. I was like, "Why do I look so dark?" Oh my god, and I'm blind.
Oh, hey, there's your face.
That's better.
Where the fuck is it? Oh, I didn't share it in the group chats. Hold on a second.
I did. Well, the one.
Oh yeah, I got the big group chats where it's like, guys, we're officially on. But yeah, things are good, busy, crazy. Crypto has been fucking absolutely wild. Hold on, let me just copy and paste this into some of the community groups real quick. Okay.
Yeah, I feel like I have a lot of questions for you.
You really? I like that.
Mhm.
Let's do it.
Shall I let you get your task at hand done first?
Okay, no, I'm multitasking. I'm good. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. Yeah, I got it into some of the bigger like Bitcoin and ordinal community ones. I started sharing in like a fashion one too that has like 30,000 people. Like
Whoa.
yeah, like look, people think that there's some crazy secret to this whole shit of like, oh, how do you get so many people to tune in? And it's just like, I literally just share a link in like 7 different communities that have like 10,000 plus people. And it's like the stragglers that come in are the 2,000-3,000 that end up fucking, following the stream. So it's like, fuck it. Like, why not? You know what I mean? They just need to be made aware, especially because like this is it's a different time. Normally, like, obviously like we're doing 12 o'clock, Eastern time on a Monday, but yeah.
I'm not mad at this time though.
Yeah, did you sleep in, Oscar the fucking Grouch, or what?
Yes.
You did?
Literally, I texted you when I woke up and I said, I cannot be ready in that amount of time. You gotta text me like 8:15. I'm like, nah.
You're like, no. I'm like, are we running magic? You're like, running magic. In all fairness, you messaged yesterday and you were like, do I need to prepare myself for today? And I
would have had the alarm set.
Yeah, I was like, go city, because it was just so many moving parts. We had the WAGMI Hub TGE today. What does TGE stand for?
I know this one. I knew you were gonna do this to me. Token.
Come on.
Generation.
Yes. Bring it home. Bring it home.
I don't know what the E is.
Come on. Oh, God.
Event.
Yes.
Go me.
You see? Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. Guys, you too, Hooked on Phonics works. Like, this shit works, okay? If Magic can fucking remember this shit, so can all 7 of you that are tuning in right now. You understand? This time change is really fucking up. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm used to seeing a lot more people in here, but listen, we trek on. Wait, so camping was good. Spent time like what? Fam, like nice since back from I know last week we spoke. You were back from Portugal, yeah?
Yeah. I went up there. It was my kids' birthdays.
Nice.
Wednesday and Thursday were their birthdays. So I like to avoid people and parties. So I tend to go out of town.
Once you start getting the invites, like all of it's like, oh, wait a minute. We need to go camping. We need to go camping, and we need to go camping this weekend. These are wedding invitations, there's birthday parties.
Yeah, exactly. But man, it was a really nice place. Like it was glamping. Like it was a resort, like 2 pools, jacuzzis, gym, arcade, bocce ball, 3 dog parks, playgrounds. Like it was.
Where is this bougie spot?
Paso Robles.
Who?
Paso Robles. Wine country.
Oh my! In wine country, nonetheless. You must have had a fucking field day.
I had fun. Yeah, you know me.
It was a great time. Absolutely loved it.
Yeah, the next one I want to go to though is down in Chula Vista, because the person that recommended this one said the Chula Vista spot, it's the same company, is like way better, and I'm like, sign me up.
Nice. Chula Vista.
Yeah.
Wait, so is there any like aspect of camping, or is it just like when you say glamping, like are you in like this beautiful like RV type deal where it's like there's just trees around and like everything else is like electronic?
I mean, I'm in an RV, like I'm in a good deal.
I mean,
they did have cabins. I was not in a cabin. I was in the trailer, so that counts.
All right, fair enough. I'll give it to you. I give it.
And then I'm going to stay more local this weekend. Well, I'm going Wednesday through Friday.
Okay.
So.
Nice.
Yeah. I like it. Nature. It's good stuff.
Nice. So I have a question.
I may or may not have an answer.
So in order for me to use these things,
Are we still stuck on the headphones?
No. I know how to do it. I just forgot the case downstairs.
Just take them out. We don't need them.
Oh, I felt cool with them. You know what I mean? I thought it was cool, but whatever. I guess I can't use those for now. That's fine.
Anyways, so tell me what's going on with Bitcoin, because I'm seeing it being talked about everywhere.
Yeah.
Is it?
So
I'm not really watching it, to be fair.
Yeah. So there was a lot cooking with fucking with Bitcoin lately. So, if you remember a couple of weeks ago, we talked about the Genius Act, right? And sorry, give me 1 second. We talked about the Genius Act. Okay. Yeah, we talked about the Genius Act, the stablecoin bill, which essentially was going to make digital money a very, very, very real thing. And what we're starting to see now is obviously, like, people like, institutions, governments around the world, right, are now trying to kind of position themselves in a way where they're like, it's almost like a race to add Bitcoin now to their balance sheets. Like, who can add the most, because they actually see this as like this. It is going to be a very, very big determinant in terms of like world power. So, and I think Trump sees this like really, really, like very, very clearly, and he wants to be like the leader in all of this. But what's kind of come of it is you now have a lot of these like TradFi bros, right, that had like really shitty companies that really weren't doing anything, and now they're just like, hey, you know what? We bought some Bitcoin, and it's just like, you bought some Bitcoin, and then what? Like, what happened? And it's just like, because they're buying Bitcoin and putting Bitcoin on their balance sheet, they're seeing their stock like these were almost defunct companies. I mean, like on the verge of bankruptcy. And now you're seeing them have hundreds of millions of dollars in market cap because they were able to go out, raise some money, say we're putting Bitcoin like as a reserve. And this is a really positive look. It's a positive thing for Bitcoin and a positive thing for the market, but too much of it might be a little bit crazy, because if your company fucking failed before, if Bitcoin is the only thing that you're kind of holding on to be able to save you, it's a little bit risky. But Bitcoin is flirting with all-time highs again, Magic, right? We're at 100, I think we're at right around like 108,000 right now. And the all-time high was like right around 112. So one quick little spike up. And I think, look, I titled this specifically, Bitcoin is about to go flying. What up, WAP? Like, this is about, I think Bitcoin is literally about to do some really crazy, wild shit. And I think violent moves like starting to come like to the upside. I feel like I've said that before. So obviously I could be wrong, take it with a grain of salt, but I think now we're seeing like really heavy interest. And if you don't own Bitcoin, I highly recommend, and I know we talked about this last time, Magic, and we were just like, look, like, fuck the XRP bags and all the other nonsense. Like get into Bitcoin, right? Like this is the American dream at this point. And yeah, I think a lot of people really need to understand, like, if you can accumulate one Bitcoin, rotate fucking meme coin profits. I don't give a shit, whatever it is, rotate them into somewhere, but like just start doing something. I can't see how that's a bad move. You know what I mean? I really can't. But yeah, Bitcoin.
Did I also see somewhere that there's companies that are going to or have started accepting crypto for like purchasing homes? Or did I?
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's a few trailblazers that are out there for sure. Did you know that you could pay in Bitcoin at a McDonald's like for the last like year or two? Did you have any idea?
I only knew that because I was with you when that happened.
Yeah.
And I was like, are you actually buying this with crypto right now? And you're like, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I knew.
The Big Mac and fries. But yeah, at the end of the day, like, yeah, there's a ton of companies now that are accepting Bitcoin, because remember that Coinbase commercial that we showed like last time, like 2 weeks ago? What's up, Fro? that we showed a couple of weeks ago, that's a
Yeah.
super, like when you really look at that, it's like the value of home prices in Bitcoin is going down while the value in home prices in US dollars is going up. Like it
Yeah, that was a
doesn't
powerful commercial.
Yeah, it doesn't need to be Happy Meals for Kids with Bitcoin. Facts. Although that sounds a little bit creepy, bro. I don't know about kids for Bitcoin. Yeah, anyways. But yeah, like there's a ton of companies out, especially real estate companies, because what you're going to start seeing, and I think the other component to this that a lot of people don't understand is something called tokenization. You've heard this word before, probably, right, Magic? Where it's like, what the hell does tokenization actually mean? Right? Like, what does it mean to tokenize something? And I think what people are going to start seeing now is the tokenization of what we call this acronym called RWAs, which is short for real world assets. And what we mean by real world assets is literally that, like real estate, buildings, right? Houses, apartments, right? You can tokenize anything. And what we mean by tokenize is we take a physical real world object, right? Or thing, right? Like a house or a building, and we essentially put it on chain. And what we do by that is by saying, hey, we're not going to attribute this token, and you can fractionalize it into 10, 50, 100, 10,000, a million different slices and be able to now sell to the general public. But in addition to that, tokenization also means like we can put on chain and really simplify a lot of the processes that we use now. And you'll hear Larry Fink from BlackRock talk about this a lot. He's like, the tokenization era is underway. And I'm talking tens of trillions of dollars in assets where he says, there's a lot of things that we could do a lot simpler. There's no reason why the stock exchange needs to trade paper fucking certificates. Why people need to wait. If I buy and sell something, right? Like I shouldn't have to wait 3 days for that to settle, right? A stock, a bond, or whatever. The blockchain not only solidifies that and gives you literally settlement plus zero, which means instantaneous settlement. That saves you. I mean, that's going to save BlackRock and a lot of these other big prime brokerages, as well as these retirement houses like, Franklin Templeton and Fidelity and Schwab and all of them, like hundreds of millions of dollars, if probably not billions, in back office charges. It's just going to make things so much easier, so much more trustworthy, and so much more reliable that now it's like, this is the era. Like this is the future of what's coming. And I think people really need to start waking up to this, and they are, because the institutions are. Don't let this pass by, because you now have a head start. If you're here listening, watching this, you have a head start on all of this. Legit. You do. You're here now. You have a head start on it. So don't blow it. Don't blow it. No.
How would when you were talking about like people buying a building and then fractionalizing it and having it on these smart contracts? And so it'd be similar like, me having a business partner and buying a property together. Is there a difference though, if there's a fallout, like say you have 10, 20 people, but one person, you need to get rid of them or they want to walk away? Is there a difference in how all that works, or is it kind of the same drill?
That's a really good question. So it could be, there's maybe a few different ways to be able to like answer that question. But here's what I will say. Overall, yes, it makes things a lot easier. And that's pretty much the whole basis of, that's pretty much the whole basis of it, right? Because whether you have a fallout or whether you're trying to raise money that you couldn't raise normally, this opens you up to so many possibilities, right? If I buy a building, right? Or if I have a building that I want to be able to put a down payment on, right? That I want to be able to put it down. Oh, I love when clients pay on time. I love it when clients pay on time. Thank you, clients. End of the month, Oh, God. Point being,
more cheeseburgers for you.
More cheeseburgers for me. Yeah, exactly. Kosher, no cheeseburgers. Burgers, no cheeseburgers. But anyways, but yeah, like, so let's just say like I have a building and I want to buy like said building, right? Like, and I don't have enough money to buy that building, right? Me and you are partners. We don't have enough, but like, I really want it. Like, this is a great opportunity for us. What we do is we can tokenize the building, right? We can essentially fractionalize the building into however much we want. So me and you, let's say, keep majority control. What up, Bonger? We keep majority control. So Magic, me and you own 51%, and we tokenize the building and we sell the other 49%. So now to the open market, it's like the average me and you, like, or not me and you, obviously we're the owners in this case, but anybody, let's say in the chat now, that's never invested in real estate before, now has the opportunity to go out and buy this token and own a piece of, let's say, commercial or residential real estate just by holding this token in their wallet. And that comes with, you know, you can, and everything is structured differently, but rent payments, right? Like there's every single token, that fraction comes with, right, a certain amount of, what's the words I'm looking for? Like it comes with a certain, like a certain criteria, right? Where it's like, you're going to get like, this represents X amount, right? It's like owning a share of stock, but it's like, you're getting dividends, you're getting payment, very, very similar. Like, except with this, it's a digital token that lives on a blockchain. You don't have to verify with anybody. Like you just go look at the chain and it's just a matter of how you structure these deals. So it opens the door for people to do so much. But in the case that you gave, yeah, absolutely. Like you can, like if me and you have a fallout and we own 51%, look, we have to decide before the whole thing starts what the rules are going to be moving forward. And that's the best part about smart contracts. There's a saying, code is law. End of story. That's what it is. Code is law. Meaning like smart contract code, you cannot change it. It's not like there are some that you can upgrade, and that's stuff if you want to do, that's another conversation. But like these are the rules. Everyone's playing within these rules, and that's it. Like there's rules that are set to execute, right? So it's like if we see money from here, once rent comes in, it goes into this account, gets divided up, and then gets disseminated amongst all the different token holders. It's not a person, a bookkeeper in the back office named Doris, right? That's been there for 40 years, right? Being like, all right, we're going to have to start dishing out the dividends now. That's not how it works anymore. And it just makes things so much easier and a lot cheaper and a lot faster and much more efficient.
Yeah, efficient is the word. I have a very controversial question for you.
Okay. All right. We got a little spicy to begin with. Okay. Hit me.
in hearing you, and I know probably it's controversial because I feel like so many people are going to have a different viewpoint, but hearing you talk about this and how has the ability to change and restructure kind of life as we know it, as we're used to.
Yeah.
Do you think our current currency is going to become obsolete and be completely replaced at some point in time?
So I need you to be more specific. When you say our currency, do you mean like the US
dollars
as paper,
the US dollar,
or the US dollar as like a form, as like versus the Chinese like yuan, you know, the Chinese yen? Which one do you mean? Do you mean like the actual paper physical aspect of it?
I mean the paper aspect, as well as like using, like even if we were just using credit cards and Apple Pay and bank accounts, and we didn't have physical money anymore. Do you think there's the money in general is going to disappear?
Yeah, and this
or
is
be converted, I guess.
Yeah, so this is a very big, like, obviously debate topic where we want digital money, right? But we also want privacy, and we also don't want the government to be able to tell us like what the fuck we can do with or without our money. Because what stable coins are, when you really think about it, like there's a word for it, right? Like stable coins and it is programmable digital money. That's what USDC is. I can program this money. It's software, right? But it's also backed by something, right? And these institutions or whoever's going to be issuing these stable coins has to have either cash to back it, or they need to have like US treasuries, right? That's it. It's one or the other. There's no like commercial or corporate paper or this, that. It's either treasuries from the US government or cash. So for right now, we're good, right? Because you still need the cash in order to do it. And hopefully this is going to really deter future governments and administrations from just going to the printing press in the basement like Joe Biden did and saying, hey, and we just print some more money, print some more money, print some more money. Because if you're going to issue this, and I think people are going to see how much easier this is going to really, it's just going to facilitate so much more, because small businesses like genuine, like they really benefit from stuff like this because now they don't have to worry about 3-4% credit card fees from American Express. They get their money instantaneously, right? Like there's no fighting. Like it just makes life a lot easier. So do I think it's going to be replaced as far as paper money? I think we'll get there. I don't think in mine in your lifetime, Magic, will get there. That's just my guess. I think maybe like, you know, your kids, and if I eventually have kids, like I think the next generations, right, I think are going to be the ones to have to really tackle like this kind of thing. But this is the natural progression and natural evolution of money. I watched a great video where somebody gave an amazing description of like the money from the beginning of time to like the evolution of it and like how it went from fucking tulips, you know what I mean? Like the tulip mania. Yeah. If you really remember, right? Like the tulip boom and like the crash. And it was just like, what the fuck are we doing? Like we're trading tulips. But to where we are now, I think like people see Bitcoin and the decentralized component of Bitcoin and they're like, this stuff's going to change. But the one piece also that I think people need to be weary of is there's something called CBDCs, which is essentially short, another acronym. So store this one in the memory.
Yay.
Yeah. This one is called central bank digital currencies. And that's where we don't want to become like socialist fucking China, right? Where it's like we have some social score and it's like, oh, because you didn't pay your parking ticket, you can't fucking get on the subway. It's like, that's wild, right? Like that's kind of crazy. So there's a very, very fine line between like CBDCs and obviously, you know, stable coins and digital money. Stable coins put the rails in place for CBDCs, but now it's the politicians that really have to make sure that we don't do this shit. So
do you want to know something that you're really going to love about me?
Do tell.
I already forgot what the acronym stands for.
Do you see what I'm dealing with here, guys? Do you see this? Do you see what I'm talking about? All right. Now there's
short-term memory.
Now there's 30 people awake, okay, at this hour that are now looking and being like, CBDCs, bro. Central bank digital. DC is easy, right? Digital currency. But think CB. Oh my God, CBDC. You know CB and my initials are DC, so you can think about it that way. Central bank digital currencies, CB, and DC. Simple. You're welcome.
Definitely not going to remember it.
No, stop it. Leave it alone. Leave my hat alone. I like this is my render hat. All right, even though they don't.
I kind of thought the same thing. I'm not gonna
lie. It's like like dad golf hat or whatever. You know what I mean? But it's fucking comfy as fuck. But to put it on forward, nah. I need it like this. And plus, I don't have a big forehead. I don't have a big forehead.
He missed you rocking your cordless AirPods with no connection to actual hearing.
Do you remember when I was like, who the fuck is Bill Green? I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? I was like, in the chat, like, Bill Green. What the fuck is that?
Like, he's kind of rude.
Like, he's kind of a dick. Like, what the fuck? Wait, no, Magic. Did you see? He did something actually really funny the other day. We were in a space and somebody came in with his exact PFP. And we were like,
really?
Yeah. And I was like, there's another fucking fluff? Like, what the fuck? And the guy came up and he was like, yeah, you know, it was some Nigerian guy. I mean, whatever. He didn't know any better. You know? Like, he's just copied from Bildo, I guess. So Bildo comes into the space the next day and he's got a bunny, but he's got the bunny with a hat on. And he goes, yeah, this is Bildo Verde with hat. And I'm like, no, you did not slap a fucking hat on your fucking avatar PFP. It was actually pretty epic. So yeah, shout out to Bildo. And no, luckily my hairline is actually not bad at all. So fuck yourselves, okay? I might be old, but this hairline is still staying steady. I might have some grays, but suck it. And
you have a lot of hair right now.
You're bald, bro. Like, what are you talking about? Like, wait, what?
I said you have a lot of hair right now.
Yeah, I know. There's a lot of hair. Listen,
it's doing some weird things though.
When you're stuck in the basement for as long as I have been, it is what it is. Leave me alone. Somebody makes a comment about my ears. It's a fucking wrap. See? Thank you, Fro. Wait, my acronym for it was kind of catchy, or just the 4 letters is catchy? Like, what do you mean?
Probably just the letters. I think you're giving yourself too much credit.
Yeah. Guys, all right. I need everybody to go out and buy the InfoFi token. No, I'm kidding.
Are you ready for the next question?
Yeah, hit me.
Actually, I've got another one before we go there. This one's just random. But you're talking about the history of money.
Yes.
And then we were talking about how this, you know, the change in currency or how we see money may happen when my kids are adults. That's funny. Man, how are they gonna like figure out a way to educate the youth? Like, I couldn't explain cryptocurrency to my kids if I try. I can't explain to myself. Like, at what point does it become like simpler and easier to understand? Like, I think that's something that needs to change too. Like,
so let me ask you the question. So, like, if you had to sit and explain to your kid right now, like, what is cryptocurrency? Or like, mom, like what would you say? Where it's like, oh, now we're using digital money. And it's just like, what, how do you, like, if when this, because this is going to happen, right?
I know.
Yeah.
I can't explain it. Like,
At all?
not really.
And your mom's is the host of the Crypto Magic Hour, kids. Yeah.
The whole point is I'm supposed to not know what I'm talking about. That's the whole point.
Yeah, but up until a certain point, you're supposed to be learning this whole time. No, look, it's not an easy thing to explain. You know what I mean? It really isn't. It's not simple. I think the only way that you can genuinely explain it to your kids is by using it, right? So only when it's going to hit home and when you're going to be like, oh, I got paid today in USDC. Like, how do I use this? Right. And you're going to have a digital wallet just the same way like you have Apple. Like, people need to be really like understand and like need to be very, very ready and understand that like the same way you use Apple Pay today, in 6 weeks from now, like if this genius bill passes and everything goes according to the way it's shaping up and the way it's looking at that it's going, you're going to be using all of this shit genuinely. Like, you're going to be using digital money to be able to pay for you on your Apple Pay the same exact way. You're going to be getting your paychecks this way. No more 3-day waiting or 2-day waiting for ACH deposits and this and that, right? Like, it's not going to happen. It's going to be instantaneous. So, and merchants are clamoring to take this. It's already on Shopify now. So Coinbase and Shopify have a deal in place. So now if you go to Shopify, you can now pay in crypto. So USDC or any other one. Yeah.
Why are they clamoring to use it?
So think about it, right? So if I go to if you have an Etsy shop or a Shopify store or whatever, right? And you're selling something, I think you said you're big on Poshmark or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now imagine I come to your Poshmark store and I'm like, oh, wow, I see all this stuff. Like, I want to get paid. If obviously, like, in order to transact, you have to pay somehow, right? Like, it's either you're meeting up in person, pay cash or whatever, or like you're swiping a card or you're giving a credit card to somebody. That credit card now comes with fees, waiting time, clawbacks, and 1,000,001 other fucking things that as a business owner, you're just like, my God, by the time you're done, there's 5 or 6% of your entire transaction value So you're like, what the hell am I doing this for? This is fucking retarded. So what you want to do, love it, Empress is here. So what you want to do is you want to ultimately, as a business owner, you want to say, hey, like, I can now take this money. When somebody pays me, that money is instantly in my bank account for me to spend, not in Shopify's account, right? Not for them to do whatever the fuck it is that they want to do with it. It's mine as the business owner to do with as I please. Now, there are stipulations. I did listen in on the Coinbase Shopify fucking space, but there was a lot of just fluffing going around and being like, you're great, you're great, you're great. But like, there was also some stuff mixed in about like, what is the actual return policy? Can people claw things back? Because as far as we know, and as far as everybody understands, is the blockchain is final, right? Like, it's an immutable record. You can't all of a sudden be like, let me get a refund on that. But they're obviously, like, in order to do business, I'm sure they have like some sort of thing with Coinbase Commerce. But yeah, let's say what's up to Empress. Magic, I don't know if you've ever met Empress. Empress is the newest addition to the ATC crew. Empress, welcome to Crypto Magic Hour. What's up?
Sorry if my mic was unmuting. I wasn't doing that. I don't know.
No, you were muted.
Hi.
What's up?
Hi. I had to jump in on the education piece.
Oh, good.
One of my degrees is early childhood development, but I just wanted to tell you, we're the ones screwed. They're built for this. They're not going to have any
True.
type of trouble. It's way easier. They don't have to unlearn anything. It's already native. And if you think about it, how many of them are already dealing in digital currency in their video games?
Facts.
Good points. Very good points.
Yeah. That's a really good point.
This is going to be like us having to like teach our parents how to use iPhones and stuff.
Yeah.
We're now going to be having to learn from them about all this digital stuff.
Exactly. With the Zennials, we're really lucky to be on the right side of the digital divide. But other than that, yeah, where these kids, they're already locked in.
Do you guys have any idea the pain and the agony of teaching my mom how to use a fucking trackpad on like the MacBook was? Dave, I want to buy something from this from Temu. Oh, here we go. Okay. Here's how you look it up, Ma. Like, here's the website. And like, if you want to scroll, you got to scroll like this. And you got to tell her the difference between the two and the one. It's like, if you want to move both. Nope. Like,
why don't you just go on Amazon and buy her a mouse?
Come on. And then have to plug the mouse. This was a one-time, like a one-shot deal, or so I thought. Actually, now that makes a lot of sense now that you're saying it. But
yeah.
Her and my aunt, God, I hope
because men live in the realm of should and how they believe it should be, and women meet people at their level.
Man, Empress, we're making friends real quick over here. I see, huh? Okay.
I love it.
Yeah, I mean, all right, fine. I'll go get a fucking mouse. Okay, I'll go buy a mouse.
It's $15 on Amazon.
Yeah,
Not a big
you're
deal.
right. You're right. I wonder how much it is on Temu.
Temu.
Is it Temu? What up, Billy? Yeah, Temu.
I'm trusting my kids on that because my kids say Temu.
Oh, you see. So you know what? Empress is right at the end of the day. Empress is correct. She's essentially saying like your kids are going to be the fucking ones teaching you, being like, Mom, listen, you need to get on board with this shit. Like, I know you're Crypto Magic Hour, but we've been using this shit for the last like 5 years. Roblox, whatever the fuck it is. Yeah, she can buy him.
This is also, by the way, Rich coming from the guy that just upgraded his AirPods.
I didn't upgrade technically. I went through like 17 different pairs for the record. I went through 17 different pairs of the old ones and I couldn't find those. Although I do kind of like these. Like these are good. These are good. Really good.
These are things I don't understand. Like they will spend a mortgage payment on a flat screen, but they work in crypto and they won't get a new phone or earphones. They could be opiate addicts, but they won't take allergy pills. I don't get how the world works. It doesn't make any sense to me. I will say on the education front though, the scariest thing that people are going to have to worry about consistently is going to be safety. That's where it gets terrifying because the social engineering aspect and what kids are going to have access to, even being able to access their parents' finances and be able to move things, that social engineering piece is going to be quite the hurdle.
So let me ask you guys then, like as moms, right, the two of you, how do you plan on, or how do you do this? How do you do this now? And do you have a plan like moving forward of like how you're actually going to have these kind of conversations like with your kid or kids?
No, you're giving me anxiety.
Empress,
I go to crypto political spaces and I scream at the government because life is really hard and I don't know how to. No, okay, so really, an honest thing is, look, here the reality is parents need to start and not in a paranoid wrap your kid in styrofoam way, but in a realistic, they need to start looking at the world like a threat assessment. That's just the reality. And the digital atmosphere, this hands-off approach, I don't know what those kids are doing on that notepad. So many parents don't even realize there's a kill switch on their Wi-Fi, right? So like if we can't get parents to understand that type of mechanism exists, we need them to up their education on this. And so with my child, the first step is prevention. I'm aware of what I can kill switch on his. I told him when he was 12 years old that I put a keystroke recorder on everything that he had. That's not true, but he believed it for a really long time. And you have to have the prevention piece. Then after that, it's just the paying attention and having honest conversations. I'm in Oregon. Unfortunately, in 3rd grade, that's when they legalized marijuana. I pulled up pictures of bongs, showed the kid pictures of bongs because that kid was, I'm telling you, he would have thought it was a beaker. He'd have done a science experiment. It would have been a whole thing, whatever house he went to. It's just about communication.
Facts. Yeah.
Oh, Dave, I don't know if you saw my face, but I almost lost it on you because I didn't see you grab your necklace. I just saw a string across your mouth, and I about like chewed you out. Like, are you seriously flossing on stream right now?
Don't listen to this idiot. Don't listen to these fools in the chat.
No, I thought it before I saw that comment, so I was laughing that he's commented that because it's exactly what I thought.
Somebody very special gave me this chain, and it's important to me. So yes, I'm flossing with this little my little chain. Leave me be.
That was very dainty.
Thank you. Maybe. Thank you. But Magic, so now what about you? What are you gonna like? Wait, so do your kids play video games? Like heavy video games? Right?
There's young enough that still
do you have to like pay for stuff? Like, are they like, Mom, can I do that? Can I charge this to the Apple Pay? Or
I mean, he's always wanting to like buy stuff on Roblox and everything, and I'm like, no.
There we go. Perfect, right? Like NFTs and this whole 9 yards. Like that's coming. If anything, that's already. I'm pretty sure NFTs are already in Roblox at this point. Yeah, like they're pretty much there. They're not. I don't think they're officially like fully rolled out, but these are going to be in-game items that like people are going to want. Right? Like that are going to be able to be tradable. And this is going to be like big business. Are you guys going to train your kids to have like to be like business fucking savant? Like I'm always curious about this because I'm telling my sister, I'm like, yo, look, if they're actually like spending this much time like in the video game, why not teach them to kind of like make a business out of it? Because you know, like I hear these guys, and I'm not a gamer, right? Like I stopped playing video games a long time ago, but there's people now that heavy into video games. Skins in video games are a fucking thing. Like you can sell skins, and they do this like off market, like it's like black market shit. You know what I mean? So if this now becomes commonplace, I feel like would you guys like kind of like teach your kid? Like, I mean, if they're playing Roblox enough and they're spending enough money, it's like why not see some sort of return on your investment, Magic? No.
I mean, yeah. So my son, he's already pretty. I feel like he has an entrepreneurial spirit. He begged and begged for the longest time to start his own YouTube channel, so I let him. And it's funny you brought this up because lately he's been saying, "Can I live stream? I want to live stream doing video games."
No shit.
Yeah. So I mean, his head is already there. I'm just easing into it because I do want to be careful with it, you know.
Like Twitch type of stream, you mean?
Yeah. I mean, I don't even know how to use that, but yeah, that's kind of.
Wow. And how, if you don't mind, how old?
He just turned 10.
Holy shit. Yeah, there's some guys that I speak to and their kids that are like, oh, we played Minecraft and we did this and we did that and we build worlds and we were talking to AI and NPCs. And I'm like, what the fuck? More acronyms. Like, what the fuck?
Reflections. Cannot say it enough to parent. Reflections.
What? What do you mean?
When people are live streaming, the most information that people glean off of live streams are reflections for doxing purposes and everything else, what they see in the surfaces, the reflective surface.
So like you're saying if he's going to live stream, like do it in like a closed off, like set.
No, you just make sure there's nothing that you can see. Like sometimes, you know, there's a mail on the table, you know, you just make sure there's nothing that can be seen in the reflective because people don't think about that piece. But to your point, Dave, and that's the piece where I'm saying, I'm actually, for me, when I'm looking face forward, because my son, he's 17 now. Yeah. It's my social engineering piece is more, I'm more terrified of these teenagers coming in. And when you're talking about business opportunities, it is like, well, go grift a little bit of crypto out of your mom's wallet, make sure the keys or whatever else. So it's like a little bit of crypto grift, and they track those strokes that kid just did, and the next day they go in and clean those parents out for everything they've ever owned. True. Like that's the stuff that I'm worried about. Now, I may or may not have a MFer in my wallet for my son that has a green mohawk and NFT. And I may or may not have taught him a little bit of day trading here or there now that he's 17.
Yeah.
because I roll in the trenches a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's to me, I think it's going to be one of those things that you read and react with the kid that you have. If I
Yeah.
had seen anything up to this point that led me to believe there's any type of addictive personality, or even our genetics would have shown me that, I wouldn't do that, right? Because I'm not going to, at this early age, put him anywhere near something that could develop a gambling type of, so it's going to be a
Yeah.
read and react.
Yeah, good point. Yeah, because the social engineering piece is serious. Like Magic, we talk about this shit all the time, and it's a good point, Empress, because like when you really think about it, like the amount of scams and DMs and all this shit that I get when you start now becoming a live streamer, and I'm not saying this to scare parents or whatever, but like kids like to floss, they like to flex, right? And they're like, oh, I just made this much, this much. All I hear is in fucking France, they're kidnapping people in broad fucking daylight, right? Because they're on stream being like, I got 10 Bitcoin, I got 50 Bitcoin, I got this. And it's like, bro, like, shut the fuck up. Like, don't like stop being the thing, because as a kid, that social acceptance is kind of the thing that you want. This episode definitely took a turn.
It did.
Let's say what's up to the Bildo Verde with hat. Bildo, what's good?
What's going on? Figured I was enough of a keyboard warrior earlier, so I might as well come up and say hello to everybody.
You're hiding today.
Yeah, what is this? What are you rocking? What's happening here?
It's a root punk.
Oh, a root punk.
It looks like a cat in a hat.
Where do I get one of those?
I can send you one.
No, I want to actually like know the marketplace so I can go figure out like what the deal is. Took a turn. Yeah, exactly, Bonger.
You can buy them on Traders.
Okay, now we're talking. And Magic, I don't know if you knew this, but when Empress said MFer, that's the PFP. Like that's the name of this collection. So you you see her avatar?
Yeah, I've heard of him.
Oh, okay.
I'm just curious how you go about teaching your kid about a MFer.
That's a
Like, hey, I have this in your wallet, like stored away for you. It's this thing called an MFer.
Yeah.
Like, how do you have that conversation?
Well, I mean, one, you heard the bong conversation in third grade, and two, I don't know if you caught this, but I'm that really obnoxious leftist Portland chick, so we're pretty, open with communication.
And it's got a green fucking mohawk, apparently, she said. So fuck it.
Verde Mohawk.
A Verde Mohawk. Yeah. What NFT collection would you give your kids, Bildo? And you can't say fucking root punk.
I mean, I don't have kids, so and I don't really plan on it. But I have some stuff that like I would give to like my nieces and nephews.
Which is fluffs?
Fluffs, yeah, mainly. Probably. Or I would just let them like show them the collection and let them pick what, like that way it's not like a financial like, well, this one's worth, X. I want the most expensive one. Just show them the collection and let them pick. But I think we're getting to a point too that like you'll just be able to create your own shit. That's what I've been doing. To be like even in Readyverse now, like I find myself not picking any of the assets that I bought and picking the assets that I create, and it makes that like a lot more like real. You know what I mean? So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out.
And I respect that, but that's culture, right? Like that's culture. That's OG CT culture for me.
For your kid? Yeah. So are you saying this is like a legacy play? Like you're just like, I'm handing this down to you, son?
No, but I mean, I have a vault of MFers. I have more than one on top of my son. I do believe they're going to be historical NFTs. I do believe it's a legacy play. That's why I have that asset for him.
I like it. Yeah, we were talking about this on Reset Sunday yesterday, actually, and we got like, Landy brought up a good topic, and I was just like, he said something, because we were talking about gold reserves, whatever, and I was just like, we talk about generational wealth all the time, but we never talk about like, if I go outside now, right, and I get hit by a bus, like, what happens to my Bitcoin? Like, do I give my family my seed phrase? Is that the safest thing? Do they have the first fucking idea to know what to do with that seed phrase, right? Like to my ledger, let's just say, you know what I mean? So I like, that's a conversation that I think we genuinely need to start really exploring. I know there's some protocols out there that you could do some stuff with, but I feel
the guy that created Wallet Guard?
Michael? Yeah, Michael? Yeah.
Yeah. He and I spent a good couple hours on his face one night. I was problem solving, telling him they really should try to come up with a service if they could, where with like a part of a plan, like a backup plan for access. Like here's and you give it to part of the key to somebody else, and then they hold part of the key in an access plan, like a life insurance type policy to work through the wallet with him. He said he was problem solving, so we'll see.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't know how.
One person knows, like, if something were to happen to me, I have told one person, like, here's what you need to come to my house, and you need to get this book, and that book, you'll be able to figure everything else out. But yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna completely chance it and let that like go down the drain, but I feel like there needs to be, like, I always talk about like that credit card online phase and it being like the wild, wild west until securities got put in place to like make it safe to transfer money with, card to card or Apple Pay or just tap and all of that. I feel like we need some more shit in place before you start seeing like insurance and or like policies written on top of the chain that can say if said person dies, then access can get granted to their heir. You know what I mean? I don't think those things have been 100% built out, and if they have been built, they're definitely not vetted yet.
Oh, yeah. No. This is far future forward. These are just things as they were rolling, because it was knowing that the partnership with MetaMask was coming, but it hadn't been announced yet. So it was just spitballing things down the pike of what might be ideal, because not everybody has somebody,
True. And Bildo, where did you say you lived again?
I'm in California.
Guys, if you're ever in California and you can find Bildo's house, go get that book. He's fucking crypto rich, this fucking guy, okay? Fluff rich, crypto rich, all of it. Go get. I'm kidding. But yeah, I mean, I think it's an interesting topic. It's an interesting conversation.
I mean, I don't appreciate that you were just talking about like, and if you have your kids, tell them not to floss, because there's these people getting fucking scooped up because they're talking about how much money they have, and then here comes Dave. Check out Bildo, he's got a fucking ton of money. Don't get me fucking kidnapped, dude. Get your fuck out of here. I got nothing. I got small bags.
I love it. This is
if it makes you feel any better, that to me sounded like pick me, because when somebody tells me somebody else has money, that makes me go kidnap Dave.
No, don't come kidnap me. No, Bubba, I need you awake and alert.
See, Dave might not have all the money, but Dave knows all the people with money.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know them.
That's why you kidnap Dave and get him to fucking point you in the directions.
No. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that.
And I like how you think that the dog is going to save you.
Bubba barks now. All right, I'll have you note. Bubba barks. Bubba bark.
Nothing can be worse than when the tweaker wandered in off the house that I didn't used to have to lock, and I came in and found both my dogs sleeping with her on the couch. There's nothing more egregious than that.
That's fucking wild.
That's so funny, because I just saw a video on the timeline today of a robber that went into the house and they got him on the security camera, but he stopped to play with the dog.
I saw that shit too. That would be my dog. My dog looks intimidating, and if you came into my house, he would let out one pretty boisterous and kind of scary bark, but then immediately followed by like, oh, come pet me. And he just wants to be everybody's best friend. So I think if something were to happen to me, like if they were attacking me, he would do something. But I think if somebody just like strolled into my house, he would not in any way try to attack them. He is such a he's just he looks intimidating, but he's everybody's best friend.
Yeah.
So Dave, I have my final question.
Shoot, let's hear it.
I don't know if you're going to want to cover this in however much time we have left.
Hit me. Let's go.
Because I feel like it's its own episode.
Yeah.
But did you want to like dive into this WAGMI stuff? Because I don't know what's going on.
No. We don't got to dive into the WAGMI stuff now.
Can we just highlight MetaBee's comment because it is very true?
Keep in mind that if you did kidnap Dave, you would be stuck with him for X amount of time. Yeah, that's a very good point. That is a very. Let me put that on the fucking screen. Exactly. Be mindful. If you
I rely on this as well. You will want to return me within 2 blocks.
Oh shit, this ain't worth it.
Yeah, they'd be like, what the fuck? All this fucking guy does is fucking talk. Yeah. It's like, what the fuck? Send them back. Thank you, MetaBeast. That was actually really good. No, the WAGMI Hub stuff, I'd like to say maybe for next week because we're still kind of working out the kinks, and like the InfoFi platform went live today where, you know, you could do a bunch of different like check-ins and tweets and interact kind of like Zeely and Galaxy, but there are still a little bit like there's some tweaks and stuff. So before I like put it forward to like the 62, is there 62? Maybe this is what fucks me up. The broadcast number like is throwing me off versus like this number. Like I don't know what the number is, but if there are 62 people that are watching right now,
it shows when you put your pointer on the eyeball, it shows that it's not on your X account. But I could have sworn I saw yours at the top.
I was watching it from his X account before I joined here.
So for whatever reason, it's just you got 200 people on X.
On the X account, right? Yeah, that's what's weird.
I wonder why it's not showing up here. That's weird. Yeah.
And I couldn't figure out where you guys were talking, like getting the comments from.
Yeah, it's a lot different when you try to watch it on Twitter, especially if you're on your phone. It's like you can't see I feel like you can only see comments on Twitter on desktop.
Yeah.
Or actually make a comment. So then I just switched over to YouTube and I'm like, oh, they read my comments if I comment on YouTube. And then I just troll Dave for most of it until I get tired and say I'll come up and.
You didn't have your YouTube on your account, Dave.
What's that? I just got done being like, guys, we don't need the fucking YouTube link anymore.
You're getting schooled.
Fuck everyone.
Well, if you only address the comments on the YouTube, then you have to do it because then you ignore the comments on the Twitter. Do you see what I'm saying?
I need a moderator.
Well, see, I got a comment on here from Boobs, and she's on X, but I think she's on mine and not on your stream. So I think your stream isn't showing us the comments. Normally, we see both X and YouTube comments on here. So yeah, you did screw something up.
See what happens when you try and do good. Like you see what like.
This is why I don't do well with change.
Yeah. Okay, kids. What else? Anything else before we? This is good. Like I feel like we're at a solid hour. This is a good break point before we. And plus, like I need a solid 90 minutes. I got to take a 45-minute old man nap before ATC before I have to deal with fucking Empress and Bildo and Landy and fucking everybody else again. You know what I mean? For another 90 minutes. You know, so feel for me.
He said get to, right? He said get to deal with us. That's what I heard. I heard get to.
Get to. Privileged.
You better be careful or you're going to have an empty room later on.
Mm-hmm. Wait, can you tell everybody when we spoke this morning that when you looked outside your window, what was walking by?
Oh, that was last week.
Oh, last week. What's walking by?
I was sitting on my bed and I have this huge, beautiful, triangular window in the front of the room. And I was like looking out the window and a miniature horse with a red balloon tied onto it walked in front of my window.
A miniature horse. And who dropped this horse off?
Oh, she calls herself my best friend.
Okay. This one's got tweakers coming in and laying down with her dog. This one's got a fucking mini horse. This one's a fucking root punk. And I'm the one being chastised. Oh, man, this is crazy talk. We're all fucking nuts.
You were literally flossing with.
Yeah, I was going to say you're fucking flossing with your necklace, dude.
I'd like to point out that we are victims of our environments. You elect to be around us. So who's crazier? I'm just saying.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
Oh, and I think one of my cats just brought in something dead.
See?
Or at least I hope it's dead.
Cats. Bubbles, you're not feeling cats, right? Exactly. That's what I said. Anyways. Oh shit, this is like birthday reminder. Do you guys put like your friends' birthdays as like reminders in your phones?
I have them on my calendar, but I never. I'm
No?
so scared right now.
She's gonna
But
be like,
I never get alerted.
you never get alerted?
I
All
don't
end
get
the
alerted. I have to, like,
stream.
go look
End
at
the
my calendar.
stream. When you start looking over your shoulder at your cat, that's when you know like shit's fucking watch out.
Oh God, I'm so scared.
But this was good. I think this was a good first day back, or our first week back after like a little week hiatus. Yeah, we're definitely gonna start. You know, we're kicking this back up, and I'm actually having a conversation tonight with the WAGMI Hub team to where I think we're gonna start streaming Magic Hour on the WAGMI Hub channel. I've been in talks with them for a couple of weeks now, but now that the TGE is behind us, I think we're going to be able to really start like ramping this up. We're going to start upping the viewership on this channel. And I think we have something here. So I appreciate everybody, obviously, that tuned in. Empress, Bildo, obviously, appreciate the fuck out of you too for obviously jumping up and, coming on and contributing to the convo. Magic, anything that we want to add or whatever before we go?
Just same sentiment. And you and I need to have a meeting.
Yes, this is facts. And guys, if there's anything you guys specifically want us to talk about, like crypto related or even like crypto AI related, whatever, let us know. You know what I mean? Like we had a killer fucking stream last week with Jesse, Mikey. I mean, it was incredible, man. Like me, Bildo, Miss Gex, Jesse, Mikey, Aaron. You know, we had thousands of people that joined that one. So let us know. Like, let us know exactly what's what. Tesla's delivering themselves, and now horses. Yeah, exactly. But yeah,
Also,
This thing
buckle up,
arrived
dude.
and
I mean, Robinhood's making moves, so I feel like when Robinhood starts to make some moves, then that's a new wave of a bunch of new people coming on board.
is this
So
a troll or like, are you being serious? I didn't see any news.
Arbitrum with Robinhood, you didn't see that?
No, I was literally fucking neck deep in this TGE for real.
Yeah, I think it's Coma posted it, and then Mikey posted it too, and said, "I'm so glad we're partnered with Arbitrum as well." But yeah,
I
they
put it in
partnered-
your chat last night.
It's,
Okay,
Robinhood with Arbitrum.
wow. Okay, that's good.
So
Okay,
when-
so now at
I
least
feel like when Arbitrum starts making Robinhood starts making moves,
good point.
like here come some new people into this space.
Fuck yeah, hell yeah. All right, good shit. I'm gonna go look
How
that
do
up
you
right
miss that? How do you miss Arbitrum and
Excuse
Robinhood
me,
in your
Missy.
chat last
now.
night?
Let me tell you something. I am not monitoring the chats when I'm literally up trying to add people's fucking Solana wallet addresses to make sure that they get their allocation. Even though Bill didn't get his yet. Don't fucking say a word.
I was the first person to give you the fucking address. I was the first person to get badged, and
Miss Gecko got hers. I don't know how you got lost. I bet you this is definitely a you fuck up. Like this is not a us fuck up. That's what I'm putting my money on. That's what I'm sticking with that story.
Not if you handled it the way you handle Alpha.
Alpha. MFer. Magic, take us out.
Okay.
Appreciate you
You're on
guys.
grave here, buddy.
Thanks everybody for tuning in, and we'll definitely see you guys next week. Let us know if there's any topics or anything specific you guys want us to cover next week. We're here. This is what we want to do. Like we're here for you guys. So yeah, hit us up. Magic, it was great to see you again. Empress Bildo, thank you.
Bye, guys.
The crypto magic hour, feel the power, counting coins as we print every hour. VV Magic, Dave's on the scene, crypto dreams in a digital gleam. Oh yeah, the crypto magic hour.